Alrighty guys, so welcome back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are actually going to go ahead and talk about everything that is new and that is going to be dropping over here on Global Dokkan. Now, I know I actually don't even have my camera on, but again, this is going to be kind of like a quick video, so also I just kind of, I don't know, your boy ain't looking too good today, so anyways. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the new Eza'S. It is, I believe, the free-to-play physical Goku, Dodoria, and Zarbon, and then it's also the Vegeta and the Krillin, and then it's Ginyu, who of course is the last of the Ginyu Force to go ahead and Eza. So, alright, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Ginyu, by the way. Alright, so his passive is 170% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets an additional 100% attack and defense and 3 key when there's one enemy, 50% attack and 50% damage reduction when there are 2 or more enemies, gains an additional 50% attack and disables enemies' guard if there's another Ginyu Force category ally on the same team. On his super, he stacks attack, raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and seals super attack. That is pretty good. This Ginyu is insane. Why did they make him so much better than all the other Ginyu Force members? So he basically gets 270% attack and defense and 3 key. Because most of the bosses in this game are against 1 enemy. That is insane to me. Holy cow. And then he has 50% damage reduction when there are 2 or more enemies. Yeah, dude, this Ginyu is really good. What the hell? What in the Lord's name made him, like, go absolutely off with this? What the heck? Okay, well, yeet. This Ginyu's very good. Holy shoot. Okay, so now we're on to the Eza free-to-play Goku. He gets 120% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets an additional boost of 120% attack and defense. The less HP remaining, the greater the boost. So essentially, the way this Goku works is the less HP you have, the bigger the boost of 120%. So I would assume that, let's just say, for example, if you're at 50% HP, he's going to be at, like, what? An extra 60% attack and defense or something like that. Like, I think that's how this is going to be working. He gets 20% attack and defense at the start of every turn at max of 60%. And fully recovers HP once only if HP is 30% or less. Alright, so this part of his passive is pretty good. Again, if you reach down to the 30% mark, again, he fully heals you, which is nice. Super attack effect is really good. Again, he raises attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns, which is really nice. But, yeah, this free-to-play Goku seems to be very good. I'm not too sure about the whole additional attack boost. If your HP is less, that doesn't really seem something like you'd want to do. But, yeah, the free-to-play Goku looks interesting. I'll just leave it at that. He looks interesting, is what I'll say on that. Alright. Next up is this new support memory called Bizarre Fate. Activates on turn 4 if HP is 40% or below. Recovers 30% HP if there is a Pure Saiyan category ally. Okay, so that's a pretty weird support memory. You have to have a Pure Saiyan, recovers 35% HP, but you have to be under 40% HP on turn 4. So, not the greatest condition, because it has a turn condition and an HP restriction. So, don't really know how often people are going to be using that support memory, but it's interesting. Alright, let's just continue on. Yeah, that's a weird support memory. I don't know why they made that one. Alright, so next up is the Krillin and the Vegeta. So before the exchange, so this is the Krillin and the Vegeta card. They get 80% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get an additional 40% when performing a super. They have a 50% chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, plus an additional 40% defense up to 80% with each attack evaded. Every time this character evades 4 attacks, they gain a great chance to stun the attacked enemy if there's a Planet Namek Saga category ally other than this character on the team. Okay, so this unit is very, very mid. I'm not too sure what I can say about them because the 80% at the start of turn is not enough. I think they should have made that 100%. The 40% on super should have been a 50%. The high chance is fine. The extra defense should have been 100% to defense. And then the last part of their passive is pretty unique. So it basically means that if they evade 4 times, they have a 70% chance to stun. So you basically want to run this unit in slot 2. Or not slot 2, slot 1. You want to run them in slot 1. Alright, so this unit is good. I'm not going to say like they're insane, but this unit appears to be good. Again, we need to see their stats because that's really going to make or break this unit. And then on their super attack, they just raise attack. So this is garbage. Like, this should have been raises attack and defense. Alright, let's see what Vegeta does. So he recovers 30% HP. He has 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, so this is good. He gains an additional 80% when performing a super. That's also really good. He performs an additional attack that has a 30% chance of becoming a super if there's a Planet Namek category ally, you know, category unit on the team. Survives KO attacks when HP is 30. Oh, that's pretty good. So this Vegeta can survive insta-kill attacks. So basically what this means is, like, if you take, for example, Pikkon in his Dokkan event. If you reach turn 1, or like when he counts down to 1, and he does the unit super attack with Gogeta in the Dokkan event, that's an insta-kill. Vegeta will survive that attack. So Vegeta's able to live that, which is pretty good. But he has to be above 30% HP, which is, again, not a hard condition. And then on his super attack, he stacks attack and defense. Alright, so yeah, this Vegeta, I mean, the Vegeta unit is really good. Like, Vegeta's really good. You honestly want to run this guy instead of Krillin. Krillin and Vegeta doesn't seem to be very good. Vegeta is really good. Because, again, this ability to survive KO attacks is nice. The fact that he has a 30% chance of performing an additional super attack is pretty good. Again, the 80% on super is good. The 120% at the start of turn is really good. The fact that then he stacks it is also really, really good. So I am happy with what they did with Vegeta. Again, not a big fan of Krillin, but Vegeta does seem to be very, very solid. Alright, next up, it's Dodoria and Zarbon. We can actually look at their stats. Their stats are pretty low, so honestly, I wouldn't say that this unit is going to be ridiculously crazy. We are going to have to see them in action first, though, but again, they have low stats, so again, don't expect too much out of them. Alright, so Dodoria and Zarbon, they get 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get an additional 10% up to 70% with each attack performed. So this is already very good. Again, so they're going to have, like, basically 170% attack and defense right here once they're fully built up. Another 70% attack and defense, and seal the enemy's attack super attack when there's an ally whose name includes Frieza attacking in the same turn. Space Traveling Warriors category allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. Attacks effective against all types if there is a Planet Namek Saga category enemy, and then they just lower attack and defense. Alright. Zarbon and Dodoria are bad. Again, number one, their stats are just not good. Again, their defensive stat is not high. Their links are pretty bad. Again, it's not really that easy to get their links active. This will, I mean, we have to see how this factors into the unit, because again, this can make or break them. Like, this could be absolutely insane with them, but we're gonna have to see. This part of their passive is nice, but again, you have to have a Frieza with them. And then, of course, the fact that they're a support type unit is also really good, but again, we kind of have to see what they can do in action. But so far, I kind of take it back. They are actually pretty decent. Yeah, so the lowering attack and defense isn't the greatest, but again, at least they're supporting. They do have solid stats at the start of turn. They do build up, but again, they just could have done a lot more with Zarbon and Dodoria, as well as the Vegeta and Krillin unit. I really think that they could have done more. Like, this should have been 100% on Super. This should have been 150%, because again, they are free-to-play units, so they do have free-to-play stats. But again, so far, I'm relatively impressed. Alright. Oh, wait. Was that not Captain Ginyu? Bro. Who did I just look at? Oh, wait. Never mind. That was Captain Ginyu. I was right. Captain Ginyu right there. Alright. So, guys, I think that is actually going to do it in terms of Dokkan. Again, we're getting those 4 units. All of them are which are Easy A's. Again, LR Physical Bardock actually got an Easy A. I didn't actually make a video on him, but I guess we could quickly cover his details, because he actually seems to be a very, very decent unit. Yeah, so this is Bardock right here. Again, very general leader skill, super physical, 4 key, 120%. No one really pays attention to the secondary one, like no one really cares about that. 12 key, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, again, which is really, really nice. 18 key raises defense and seals. Again, they probably should have swapped these 2 conditions, like made the 18 key greatly raise and then just 12 key raise. But again, you know, they made their decision. Passive, he now gets 100% attack and defense at the start of turn, an additional 20% at the start of every turn, max of 59% attack. So essentially, he needs to be on rotation a total of 3 times to get that extra 59%. He gets an additional 40% attack when performing an ultra super attack, 6 key when facing 1 enemy, 4 key, and 70% defense when facing 2 or more enemies. He performs a critical hit once only and gains 12 key and 100% attack if there's an enemy who includes Frieza. So basically the way this guy works is he gets 100% at the start of turn, he builds up that extra 59% attack per every turn that he's on. He gets another 40% attack when it's an ultra super, he gets 6 key when facing 1 enemy, but he gets an extra 4 key and 70% defense when facing 2 or more enemies, and then when he faces a Frieza unit for the first time, he gets 12 key and 100% attack. But he does get guaranteed crits against every single Frieza enemy that he fights. But for the first turn that he faces a Frieza enemy, he gets 12 key and 100% attack. So, again, Bardock is good. For those of you who have him, because again, Bardock is old as hell at this point. Again, this Bardock is going to help you a lot in Super Battle Road. Again, this ability of 4 key, 70% extra defense, this at the start of turn, this on his ultra super attack. He also builds up more attack. And say if you're fighting a Frieza for whatever reason in the first slot of the first fight, like this Bardock is going to be doing a ton of damage. So, and then he's also raising defense bare minimum on his 18 key. And of course, if he gets an additional, well, there you go. He greatly raises it. So, again, this Bardock is really, really good. Really, really solid. So, again, if you do have him, kudos to you. I, unfortunately, don't have him. So, I cannot actually go ahead and make a showcase on him. But, again, I will be showcasing every single one of these units right here. Ginyu... Actually, no, wait. I'll do a complete, like, Ginyu Force video. So, they'll have their own one. But, again, Ginyu seems to be very, very good. I don't know why they decided to go so crazy with Ginyu and then just like go so little with these guys. Because again, Ginyu before only got 70% attack and defense at the start of turn. They bumped this a whole 100%. And then they gave him this as well. So I just don't understand why they went so weak with these guys. This should have been 150% at the start of turn. This should have been another 100%. Make this 20% with each attack performed. Like, again, if you're gonna make free-to-play units bad and then Easy A them, make their Easy A's ridiculously powerful just so that they have lots of relevance in the future. Because again, these guys are probably gonna die out because of power creep. Power creep is a real thing in this game. Trust me when I tell you that. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. You guys can let me know what you guys think of the new Zarbon, Krillin and Vegeta, and Ginyu EZA. You guys can tell me what you guys think about physical Bardock's EZA. I think they're all amazing. My only complaint is that I do think that they should have bumped up their stats a little bit more. Again, give them more defensive stats, increase the percentages in their passives. But again, it is what it is. So, yeah, like I said before, that is going to do it for today's video. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.